Hey everyone, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel, and today I'm super duper excited because finally I'll be doing my first listen / full on album review to Sserafim's second mini album called Antifragile. Now guys, before we dive into this right away, I just gotta give you an update that I've been non-stop streaming Antifragile on my own time. Like, come on, what's there not to love? From the reggaeton beat / rhythm to the lyricism in the song, so good. Love the lyrics in the song, but also the attached meaning / message that's being put forward to us and everyone out there. Now, in terms of the new tracks, I'm seeing there's 1, 2, 3, 4 new tracks, of course, and the first track being the intro track. I don't skip intro tracks, always keep them in my album reviews to get an idea of what tone is being set, or if anything cohesive is gonna play out for a mini album, a full album by any respective girl group or boy group or soloist even. But also something to mention, okay, soon I'll be checking out Yeonjin's appearance on Lee Moo-jin's service and all that series. Okay, there's a lot that I've been checking out for Sserafim, and it will only continue to come out on the channel and the Patreon. But hey, enough talk, let's dive into this album review now. Alright, so brought it up here, the first track, the intro track titled The Hydra. Now, I'm seeing score and megatone from 13, which is a production crew / team that always delivers in my humblest opinion and is just so up my alley in terms of taste. I'll be talking about score and megatone, of course, throughout this album review and first listen. But for more specifically 13, the group, in case you guys didn't know, we got score, we got megatone, we got Eden, we got HLB, and Luke. The most I'm familiar of as of right now is score and megatone's works, but also especially Eden working with the likes of ATEEZ, one of my top favorite boy groups. But aside from that, let's dive into Hydra now. Ooh, what a strong yet bold start here.
Fragile?
Ooh, has this runway feel to it. Oh, Sakura, Kajua.
Again and again.
I love this intro, guys. It suits Antifragile, the title track, really well. And like the overall concept for this era, am I right? From the hi-hat work to the bass. Oh, I'm not afraid of storms. Ooh, here's some like that one like singular synth string in the back there. Ooh, I've got to say, I've yet to hear an intro that utilizes not only Korean, but English and Japanese. Like, come on, those three languages all together are so beautiful. But also, I love how there's, you know, an equal amount of moments for each and every member coming with their own respective, what I say, lines, but also like script wise, right, connecting to the meaning behind Antifragile and being anti-fragile and tuning others out. But yes, basically to sum it up, I really love the combination of those three languages, yet it has this very Runway Vogue-esque feel to it. Very, I would say it has that confidence kind of feel to it that I got a lot in Anti-Fragile, which is why I was saying way earlier during the listen of the Hydra here is that it links to the title track immediately just like that so well. I can even imagine it instantly going into the title track after the intro here. But also, I feel like this is so empowering, right, at the same time, and I think that's the key word that I didn't actually think about until now, because I feel like that's the one kind of way to describe it for this era is like, wow, everything is so empowering from Anti-Fragile to the Hydra. And I'm sure based on the tracks that I'm seeing, their B-sides, based on the titling, that all these other tracks are going to be meaningful and empowering one way or another. So aside from that, let's dive into the next track now. So this first B-side is titled Impurities. Now, I love the titling alone here, linking to Anti-Fragile, it seems like, and this overall era and the theme tied along to it with the concept. Like, I can already assume that immediately right away. So cohesive with it, but I would really have to check out the lyrics to this, and I'm really excited to see how the lyrics play out in this. But I always got to give credit where credit is due, as I do throughout many of my first listens and album reviews, and immediately I'm seeing here Score and Megatone, which I've mentioned earlier from the team of 13. If you guys are not familiar with Score and Megatone, I feel like you guys need to. They've been part of many hits. I'm talking about title track wise, B-side wise, working with the likes of Golden Child, working with the likes of Taemin and his song called Criminal, one of my top favorites from Taemin, as well as, of course, O Sole Mio by Aizawan, a B-side that I do dig from time to time. And if there's something that you can expect from Score and Megatone, and you go dive into what they've been a part of or the team, they are really well known for strong choruses. In my opinion, they really come through with strong choruses time after time again, amidst in this time period, for me, in my humblest opinion, where I feel like choruses tend to lack these days, especially in title tracks. And another thing about Score and Megatone is what's signature is that kind of bass guitar work. That bass guitar is done different here and there depending on the song, genre, respective artist or idol group, I've got to say. Now, moving on, we have Joanna Hall. Wow, Joanna Hall I have covered on the channel here actually for Yena's debut mini album, and for a specific B-side that I absolutely love called Pretty Boys with Donk, which I've seen a ton all over the place. We're talking about working with JYP artists, I believe with SM artists in the past before, I can't remember exactly, Hitman Bang, of course, and I'm seeing Yeonjin on this. Oh, I feel like she might have had some, of course, input lyrics-wise for this one, because Score and Megatone solely for the production wise. Then again, right, we have Daniel Obi Klein. Obi, wow, okay, Obi has been a part of many of my favorite songs. We're talking about Perfect 10 by Red Velvet, multiple B-sides on that Perfect Velvet album of the year, Red Velvet album, I've got to say. So seeing who's on this already, I just feel like this is gonna take that R&B route. I'm even seeing Charlie Taft, who took part on Automatic by Red Velvet. We got Kim Chea from 153 Jumbas. They always hit that team. Maggie Sabo, Hayes Kramer, Blush, Jaro. Sorry if I'm butchering some names here because I'm trying to familiarize with some of these individuals. Nicolay I've seen in the past before in the credits. More Park Sang-soo from PMP. And we have Lee Hyung-suk from PMP, but also Cho Yoon-kyung. Now, if you guys are not familiar with Cho Yoon-kyung, I feel like I've been covering Cho Yoon-kyung time after time, album after album. If I recall correctly, has worked with the likes of Weekly in the past before, a ton of SM artists. And when it comes to lyrics, she is an incredible lyricist that I feel like always takes things into consideration. There's no nonsense being put out. So considering that Yoonjin's there, Cho Yoon-kyung's there, and others as well, and a ton of people, as always, when it comes to Hybe artists, the source artists, etc. You know what I'm saying, the whole assembly line. Everyone in behind the scenes here, I have a feeling that this is gonna take R&B or alternative R&B route based who I'm seeing here, especially Daniel Obi Klein and Charlie Taft and Score and Megatone. But let's go. Ooh, very easy going so far at the start here. Ooh, that harp work. Yeah, I already feel that R&B route being taken. I love the overall movement to this song so far. Really smooth with it. Jaewon. Everything about this song screams satisfying, yet has a really beautiful groove to it. Yes, Yeonjin. Loving the lyrics that I'm seeing and hearing so far. Okay. What a verse 2 here. Like Crimson. Yeah. Makes me shine. Remember what I was saying about the bass guitar? Yeah, crazy with it. Oh, I'm in love with this song, everyone. Very chill with it, yet this shows the entirety, the soft side to Sserafim, I've got to say. Bridge. Kajua. Ooh. I just love from the bass to the kick work that's being done with the hi-hats in this. Oh, and that harp every time. Ooh, you hear that? And it ends it with the harp like that, just like that with the synths. Everything about this song, movement-wise, is just gliding. It's going. We're taking us on a smooth ride, a smooth trip, and Wow, Impurities. I love how this is carried on immediately right after Antifragile. I've got to say like the layout of the tracks from the Hydra to Antifragile to Impurities, and yeah, what I'm getting here is mostly R&B with a little bit of trap influences. Not that much, not heavily, compared to what I've heard in the past before from Obi, and if I recall correctly, from Charlie Taft. But yes, it takes that R&B route with it. And here's the thing, I don't know. There's a lot of people I know that are totally not R&B enthusiasts. Then there's people, I have friends that love R&B, love slow and track or vibey type of K hip hop, K R&B tracks, you feel me? And I feel like this strikes a good balance where I feel like people might come out and say, "Hey, I usually don't like R&B, but for some reason I'm digging this song, I'm loving this song," and that just goes to show you the power and the skill set with the people working behind the scenes. I would say production wise, Score and Megatone, remember what I was saying with the bass guitar work, it catches you instantly right away when that bass guitar comes out, and it happened to be in Impurities here, taking that R&B route, and I'm sure Obi and Charlie Taft had a good amount of like influence on there, especially as Kim Chea from 153 Jumbas. But lyrics wise too, I can sense Cho Yoon Kyung's influence on this. Like, I feel like the lyrics really link up to the titling here of Impurities. I'm gonna have to go through a second watch and listen to break down stuff production wise, and of course lyrics that are not always on point with color-coded lyrics, I've got to say, so sorry if there's some loss in translation and I might get caught off guard when it comes to certain sections. But right away, for what I was getting in here, I feel like this is a slow burn kind of R&B song that hits you right away, which is something I don't think I've ever said in any of my reviews before, specifically for an R&B song. Like, let's be real here. I feel like slow burn tracks, especially messing with the R&B genre, tend to kick it off really slowly from intro to verse 1, and then yada yada yada, pre-chorus, chorus, am I right? But this song took me on a crazy trip with a little bit of peaks and valleys, not crazy peaks and valleys, but here and there with the vocal work and the production wise and the arrangement wise, where we went from the intro to the chorus. And that's what I was saying. It's like, it's a slow burn, but it hits us right away. That burn hits us right away. And it's like slowly burning down and then into that harp work that concludes it. I love the addition of the harp in this, which I think is the case. And what I distinctively love and know from Score and Megatone is the percussion work. I love the percussion work in Impurities here. It adds a lot more to the mix. It makes things more dynamic. Otherwise, if there was no percussion in this would be plain and boring, I've got to say, but it adds a little bit more textures here and there. So yeah, let's dive back into this right away. Maybe that tambourine works, some sort of percussion here at the start. That transition, notice the transition there from the intro to the chorus right away. The harp work, the tambourine, the keyboard work. Ooh. That kick, drum, snare work that is keeping the pacing, the tempo to this song, truly is part of the backbone to this song, I've got to say. And this is what I noticed when it comes to Rseraphim's music, at least title track wise, admittedly, because I haven't covered their first mini album. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to check that out as soon as possible after this review. But what I've noticed, just the sample size from their debut to Antifragile and what we've heard from the Hydra, is that production wise, right, it's laid out in a way that we get to hone in on their talents, you know what I'm saying? Like the vocal work, or whether it's rap, whether it's sing talk, it's honed in onto the members. The showcasing is their work. Nothing is being like overproduced musically, or I should say instrumentally wise, where you can't really hone in on their vocal work or rap work, you know what I'm saying? Like nothing's being overtuned with vocal effects and all, and I dig that. Yeah, more greed like a witch. I really love Kazuha here. Show you, real me, the dark red light glittering. Okay, of course there's some lost in translation. Possibly. Impurities, show you my impurities. That harp work before Chaewon here, I really dig it. Go on the thorny road, full of scars, so natural, invincible. What I'm sort of getting here is, yes, I have these impurities. I've been through times where, hey, I have like wounds that I'm still recovering from and moving on from these certain events in my life, and my life is not perfect, right? I'm just a regular person doing my own thing, but at the same time, I'm so natural and beautiful at the same time. It doesn't matter how you view me. I have my impurities. I know what my impurities are. You may view that I have a lot more impurities, etc., etc. You get the gist of it, right? Oh, that breakdown with the churning of the bass guitar is so good. And then Sakura, I'm fine no matter what you say. Exactly, carrying on from Antifragile. Okay, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter, like, oh, you can judge me all you want, but hey, you know, I'm just doing me. I don't care. I'm beautiful. Doesn't matter what you said. Yeah, this witch line is so memorable. Has a nice rhyme scheme to it, per se. I love how it slightly switches up here in verse 2 with Kazuha. Goodness, and then a badness. Like vocal chops or something going on there. It's like, like everything feels very drag and sustained. Like nothing's like punctuated or sharp in this song. It's from the vocal work and how they mixed and mastered this, in the production wise, like everything's so smooth with it, yet it's not that linear, right? I love this line here. I could see the spreading destinations. Here's my key. It's fine, no matter what you say. I gotta keep saying this over and over again. Like, this is such an Obi Taft type of song, very smooth with it, and just like Impurities, show you my impurities, super catchy yet in a subtle manner, right? I love how catchy it is. Show you my impurities. There's that sing-alongable factor. Impurities, show you my impurities. Ooh. I gotta say, I've said this time and time again with one of my friends that joined the group buy with me for their physical album. Wow, I love her vocal tone and her vocal color. Every time I hear her come through and sing, it's like so satisfying. I feel like I'm gonna be a broken record saying so satisfying over and over again in this album review. I'm pretty sure of it. Like, just from earlier on, from Power and then leading up to Desire, like, come on. Can you see, huh? The can you see, right? It adds this very, like, majestical feel to it with the harp work that's going down on the scale and then transitioning it back. Man, this is giving me good memories, I've got to admit. Like, it's been a while since I've heard a really good R&B track like this. This is on another level. Woo! Impurities, what a first B-side to kick it off from the Hydra, which is a great intro to it. I can already tell by first glance, you know, the titling of these tracks, after hearing the Hydra and knowing how Antifragile goes, that this is a cohesive album. And we're only on the first B-side. There's still 2 more B-sides to go, so let's dive into the next one, shall we? So this next B-side is titled No Celestial. I'm seeing familiar names yet again, and names that I have to familiarize myself with after this review, but I'm seeing Score and Megatone from 13. We love to see them again. Donkey been part of many of my favorite songs in endless lists. Be sure to search them up. Sunshine, Cassiopeia, and Ellenberg. Cassiopeia has been a part of many of my favorite songs out there, working with the likes of Red Velvet, ITZY, the likes of their song Icy, as well as Love by Joe Uri. Still stream that song still to this day. And then we got Kim In-hyung from Jam Factory, if I recall correctly. A credible team Jam Factory is, but more specifically Kim In-hyung, if I recall correctly. Summer 127 by NCT 127. Always stream that song during the summertime or the month before the season of summer. Ronnie Icon, been covering Ronnie Icon time after time on this channel. Also, who took part on their title track Antifragile, has been part of like the likes of Last Sequence by Uju Sonia, has worked with Gohan Sonia. The list truly goes on. We have Young Chance, Sherelle, Julia Bognar, Fensitter from Blueprint. I'm pretty sure I've seen Blueprint in the past before. Nerman, Haram Basic. Sorry if I'm butchering names here. From D-Sign Music. Wow, D-Sign Music has worked with in the past before Stray Kids. They have worked with a lot of I would say those top 3, top 4 echelon labels, artists and idols coming from those labels. I'm talking about EXO from SM, Miracles in December, very distinctively. I gotta listen to that song every time of the year in December and prior to December because it's such a classic Park Sang-soo from PMP that I gotta familiarize myself with that team or duo or trio. But also, we got Yunjin yet again. We love to see it taking part on pretty much every single track here, and I hope to see that lead into title track wise in the future. But let's go into No Celestial now. Oh, okay. I love this amplifying guitar here. Woo. I feel like I'm fake wings, okay? But I feel like I'm going through a blast of past time, like in a time machine right now. This Yunjin. Whoa! The lyrics in this song. I love the all-out angst to this. It's the overflowing confidence. Ooh, Chaewon. Wow. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. Ooh, add some claps here. I love that hi-hat work as well. Man, truly going the full-on rock route with this one, with the amplifying guitar and the drum kit work. And that slight whistle during this No Effin' Angel line. Love it. Ooh, Eunchae. The Sakura. And they bring it back to the chorus. Yes, final chorus here. The lyricism in this song, yet the energy. Woo! It's infectious. Literally, hands down, the best B-side on this album. My favorite, I've got to say, to be fair, because from an objective standpoint, right, I love the previous B-side, but going into No Celestial here, I love this B-side in its own way, and I feel like it provides a lot of a sense of relatableness. I mean, that kind of attitude of, hey, I'm no effing angel, I'm no effing goddess. I mean, this is, the truth. It's carrying on from the other B-side, but more so in this way, it's like shouting to my lungs, to the earth, that, hey, you know, you may see me this way or that way, but hey, I may not be perfect. You know, I'm definitely not an angel though at the same time, okay? Let me try to rephrase that, okay? Literally the lines of like having these fake wings, and there's this sort of lift off from the earth feeling to it. I mean, there was like this sort of down to earth line that was going down with the ad-lib work at the same time during the chorus, but I really love the overall message in this song and the level of relatability in this song. I'm sick and tired, but also signifying here, but not alone at the same time. Okay, and I feel like that links to a little bit of, I would say, breakthrough moment, right? There's points in our life where, wow, we just feel so vulnerable, and in this cruel, cold world. But what's very important is to really let it all out at some point and be fearless, be relentless, keep on pushing forward, no matter what. And I feel like Rseraphim is tackling like each and every point that I've mentioned throughout their songs, whether it's from their debut song into, of course, Impurities, right? I have my impurities. This is who I am. Sort of that level of vulnerability, but then carrying on to No Celestial here is like, I don't care, I'm spreading my wings. Okay, I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna go. Okay, yeah, but mind you, I'm not an angel. I'm not an angel. I'm not a goddess, okay? I'm living my life to the fullest. I'm doing my own thing, right? And I love that one line, if I recall correctly, you're by my side, or because you're by my side. It's so memorable, but yeah, it's special. It provides this sense of, I wouldn't say a little bit of feeling of something along the lines of being very consoling, a matter of fact, right? And I love songs that console you in different kind of ways and manners, and that's what adds and makes a song so special. And I say this from time to time. You may have a good song, but lyrics add a lot to a song, right? Especially if it's meaningful. And also, if there is emotion delivered by it, like a certain kind of emotion that goes hand in hand with the lyrics at the same time, everything being very cohesive with it, right? Simultaneously like that, right? And this is really consoling, yet relatable in many senses. And I know many of us have points in our lives where, hey, we feel like we're stuck, we feel like we're on the fence of things, right? And it takes a lot of courage, right? It takes a lot of strength, mentally and physically, to push on in life, no matter what happens to you, yourself, and it's tough out there. So No Celestial, I love how this is so up my alley in terms of taste. Sure, one may see it, right? It caters towards what a current trend is today, is rock. But it does it in a way where it works with the lyrics, right? I just love the, if I recall correctly, how the amplifying electric rock guitar that's being played, it's done in its moments, in a certain technique of it, like a vibrato kind of way, based on what I've heard. And yet I love how it's not, even though it's like, how should I say it? It's like over the top, but not too over the top, right? We get to hear the members come through with their respective lines. Speaking of respective lines and such, I love each member's parts and how they work off each other. I feel like line distribution wise, like this is so on point for each and every member. As some of you may know, I don't focus on line distribution a lot, and you can't, and as I say throughout my reviews and listens, you can't fault songwriters, producers, and such on line distribution for songs. You don't know who's doing it behind the scenes, right? And I feel like this is really well distributed, and each and every member gets that spotlight. Now, thinking about who came through with their certain parts and who fits this song more, I feel like Kajua really suits this song, but Yunjin definitely fits this song at the same time. Sakura, I feel like throughout the songs is gradually, slowly but surely getting more and more lines, and I'm sensing more of that confidence by her. Even though, it was really brief in this one, and I'm saying it was really brief in No Celestial. Like I say, even though a line or a section may be so brief and short for a respective member, as long as it is significant and impactful at the same time, and then it's only a matter of time to see what people behind the scenes and the label does to provide more lines for that respective member that tends to not get more a good amount of lines throughout a respective group, right? You know what I'm saying? So let's dive back into No Celestial now. Do. Yeah, that vibrato there at the end, I believe. I love how Yunjin kicks off this song right away. Notice this. I love how she kicks it off with like this really quick intro, and then right away into verse 1 here. By to a perfection like an angel, a stereotypical fantasy. Wow, what a powerful line alone here, let alone here, right? An angel can be so perfect and so special, and there's this stereotypical thing behind an angel, or of having a quote-unquote perfect life. I mean, let's be real here. Nobody has a perfect life. Nobody is perfect. And yeah. Literally what I'm getting here is like, I'm ripping these wings off. I'm not trying to be perfect, and I'm not trying to be in that the mold of how others want me to be, you know what I'm saying? So there's that break free kind of mentality and attitude that I'm loving in this. I love the ow during the on the guitar work there, because the ow transitions into fake wings, and I believe this is with Sakura immediately right away in the pre-chorus here. But yeah, very angsty with it, am I right? Added some claps, some strumming on the guitar. But also, I forgot to mention this earlier, I would say Eunchae really suits this kind of song as well. And don't get me wrong, I really love each and every member's parts in this song, but Eunchae really kills it in this one. Like, she is meant for this song. That slight whistling. Oh, wait, okay. Let me bring it back here. Yeah, so this is the verse 2. Loud conversations thrown around at will. There's nothing to save. Let it flow through one ear. Get rid of that nonsense. There's nothing to listen to. It is a noisy world. In a noisy world, my voice volume up. So some lost in translation here, but I get the gist of this, The intention of Chaewon's vocal delivery here being very in your face, kind of obnoxious kind of manner here. It's just the right amount of obnoxious. It's not annoying, and it's very fitting with the lines here. In a noisy world, my voice volume is up. Right? This world is all noisy. This nonsense, that nonsense. What's the new trend? What's cool? What is not it? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, hey, I'm just gonna speak my thoughts. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm sick and tired, I'm so done. And then the addition of the added I would say combination with all the members, or is it just Yunjin? It was just that I'm sick and tired but not alone right here. That addition there to follow up from Yunjin is a great addition, added with that layer there. Bum 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 bum. There's the claps again. Yeah, the slight strumming on the back there. I love it. Real life. I just want to be me. I just want to live a real life. And I feel like still to this day, even though some of us may already know, when it comes to idols, right? Some people feel like, wow, they have the perfect life. They have it all. No, they have their fair share of ups and downs, go through hardships and all. And it's like, you know, at the same time, everyone puts idols as literally idols, right? They're perfect. I sort of want to shape and be like them, and they are my role models. But if anything, I can tell you guys till this day from what I learned, some people that you look up to, I feel like them being your heroes is one thing, but looking up to their actions is another. It says another, because there's huge role models out there who've done really bad things action-wise, but made a significant thing to a respective industry, or, you know, whether it's sports or something like that. You feel me? You know, their actions and all. And it's like, yeah, they just want to let loose. They just want to do anything they want and speak their ish, right? And they're clearly doing that with those lines, with the post-chorus, with the I'm no freaking angel, right? Yeah. So satisfying. I'm not afraid. I love this line alone. Very straight to the point with it, you know. That confidence, you know, it's continuing throughout these tracks. And I've got to say, somehow, you know, even though this is a full-on rock song, they make this song so catchy, yet satisfying at the same time. It's crazy to find myself saying that, but it just seems like every single Sserafim song is satisfying in its certain sections or in the entirety of that certain song, you know what I'm saying? Whereas the ad-libs, whether it's a singular part from a member that carries on to another member, right? Just wanna show you everything. And I feel like this really speaks out to every one of us. Just want to show you everything. Always believe in what you are. Believe in yourself. Trust in the process. I know that's a cliche per se, maybe, but like, believe in yourself. Trust the processes of what you're doing, even though it's hard to see the end of the light of that tunnel. And it's just, wow, this line, it's just very powerful, right? I love how it can go that way. Ain't no fear at this moment. Wow. And note, guys, I just realized, note that this song does not have a bridge, and that's rare for me to enjoy on the channel here in songs. I've heard no bridge title tracks that work. Sometimes it doesn't work. No bridge B-sides. There's only like few artists and idols that can do that. I could name a couple to you, actually, the likes of Taya and the likes of SNSD, of course. I've covered them on the channel. I would say even the likes of Golden Child, a good amount of boy groups and girl groups, but only a select amount, I've got to say, and this really sticks. A good amount in length, not too long, not too short, which is a blessing and a half, because I don't really like when songs are really subpar duration wise, where is this an intro or is this like half of a song, you feel me? So good amount of length. Love the ad-libs, love the genre that they take with this, love the overall message and meaning behind this song, and let loose mentality and feeling and the confidence that I'm hearing in the vocal delivery and all, and especially the chorus and the post-chorus are phenomenal. Literally my favorite B-side on this mini album so far, but let's just get into the last B-side now. So this final B-side is titled Good Parts When the Quality is Bad, but I am in parentheses. I'm sure this song, based on the titling of it, is gonna be consoling one way or another, but in terms of who's working behind the scenes right away, we love to see it. Sakura and Yunjin, love to see them taking part on this. And we also have Sir Nolan. Sir Nolan, I'm starting to familiarize with Sir Nolan, working with some of my favorites outside the K-pop scene. I'm talking about Lani's song called Good Girls. We also have Alec Benjamin's Let Me Down Slowly. I feel like that gives you guys a gist of what kind of music that I love outside the K-pop scene. Just meaningful music that can be sentimental or melancholy at the same time, or experimental, the likes of Eden, of course, that I love. Moving on here, though, I'm seeing Alex Bilo, Nolan Lombrosa, Jenna Andrews, Salem Elise, that I almost forgot to mention. Definitely gonna have to check out her performance of Good Parts with Yunjin and Chaewon, and I believe also Chaewon herself did a cover with Salem Elise in a separate video that I'm gonna have to check out, together with the Good Parts performance as well. Danke, Chae Yubin, Score, Megatone, and like I said, Sakura and Yunjin. So yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy this more than love this, but let's go.
I just wanna love myself.
Love the chords here. The lyrics in this song right away, it's so heartwarming. Ooh. Unche. Ooh, the plucks there earlier. Contrary to the glamorous expectations. Yes, tell him, Sakura. Ooh, Yunjin. What a verse 2 here. There's the plucks again that I love. Yeah, this is such a consoling song that is yet very encouraging, and A friendly reminder. And yet I love how the vocal delivery is very positive sounding. Ooh, that bass work. Yes, Kajua. Ooh, ooh, Oh my goodness, what a sweet song that is very straight to the point and a really good, I would say, reminder in our lives, despite everything else that's going on and what's happening to us and what we do, and all just finding the good parts of ourselves and in our lives. I've said this before in the past before, and it's been quite some time, but notice how the news, everything that's being broadcasted, everything is just bad. Everything's bad news, and there's not much good news coming out in this day and age. But also, similarly, I would say time after time, whether I hear it within the family, whether I hear it amongst friends, there's not that much positivity compared to, thinking of what's ahead. I got work the next day. I got this to do. Oh man, it's so hard to. I feel like I'm stuck right now. And admittedly, I'm in that kind of moment in my life. Unfortunately, these last couple of weeks have been a roller coaster and all. And also, I've grown to end up being more self-conscious these days, which really sucks. And this is a really good reminder to tell us, to love myself, even when I feel like I'm a nobody to other people, even though I can only see my weaknesses, what I suck at. Yet, you might be the one that knows yourself the most. I should say you do. But others could say, hey, you're doing well. You're doing well in this. You're good at this. And you actually have some sort of skill, you know what I'm saying? And also in consideration, you are meaningful and beautiful to others. You may not see it, but others see it, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I say this time and time again, and songs within K-pop say this time after time, here and there, is loving yourself before loving others. And it's hard to get through that hurdle. It is truly a hurdle, right? Yet, I love how chill this song is. Yet, there's certain moments where that's being emphasized at the ends of the lines that I really enjoy, that I'm gonna have to point out. Yet I love how the production of the song is not intricate, not extravagant, over the top, very minimal with it, and showcases the vocal work so well. And what even makes this even more meaningful is Sakura and Yunjin taking part on this, of course. And I feel like many of us need to listen to the song. It's like accepting that, hey, we're not born perfect, and we just being ourselves is completely fine and normal. We might be the quirky person, we might be that quote-unquote geeky person, or different from the bunch, and we might not fit in from the quote-unquote bunch or what is cool, and we might not be following trends, being part of certain social medias and stuff like that, and what's going on right now. But hey, just do your own thing. Love yourself. You're special and unique. Everyone's special and unique in their own ways, and it's important to hone in on the positives than the negatives. Your good parts, than the bad parts that you may see, and those you might not even have those exact bad parts based on how others view you. So I love how that carries on from No Celestials, just like letting loose, break free, being who I am, right? And going to the skies and going to the atmosphere and letting loose with it, right? And then from Impurities, it's like, yeah, this is laying it all out there. This is my impurities. If you don't like it, so be it. You know, I don't care. I'm beautiful in my own way. And Antifragile, like I said, that overflowing confidence that I really love in it, yet is an earwormy type of song, yet it really shows symbolically throughout the music video, is that, hey, not even a meteorite can really break me, right? It's the more of that mustering up that courage to be anti-fragile, to not listen to the naysayers and what's going on. We're just gonna do our own thing. I'm just gonna do my own thing. So like I said, very cohesive from start to finish. Okay, I'm talking about with the intro, the Hydra, Antifragile, Impurities, No Celestial, good parts, and I could totally feel Salem Elise's influence on this as well. But let's dive back into the song, though. Let's just dive back into the song.
I just wanna love myself. 난 좋을 때도 나쁠 때도 love my way.
Yeah, just that keyboard with the chord work, I believe, is so well done. Yeah, so the lines that I want to emphasize here, I just want to love myself in good times and in bad times. Love my weaknesses. Just let it be. Feel free. I don't want to feel constrained and restricted in my life. I just want to love myself in good times and bad times. And I feel like some of us may be struggling with both good times and bad times, or some of us may be struggling in good times and all. From time to time, when my friends bring up my YouTube channel, they're like, you know, gassing me up and all that stuff. They're saying don't be humble about it, but I guess they're right? Appreciate what's going on and notice your accomplishments. Don't put it down and all. But also in the bad times, is like, you know, you gotta try your best to really push through the bad times as well, no matter what you're going through, and that's really hard. Oh, jeez. Good parts. Very light and delicate with the delivery. I love Ajua's tone yet again. You know, her vocal color, her voice is out of this world. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad that Kajua's in this group with Yunjin, Eunchae, Jaewon, and Sakura. Oh my goodness. That addition there, I believe, with... I don't think it's like some sort of guitar. Maybe, or it's just the piano, but I'm gonna have to sense it out more. Oh my goodness. I feel like Pick of Mine, Zoom In, Out, Pretend I'm Fine. It's that kind of moment in your life where it's like someone may see as a picture, hey, no matter what, on the maybe in and out from the outside, it looks like I'm fine, but truly on the inside, I'm not really fine, right? I just wanna love myself. Yeah, there's definitely that string plucking that I'm loving, that used as a transition between these sections. I just wanna love myself. Good parts, the good parts. And there's this sing-alongable factor that is mad catchy. Oh, good, good. Oh, good, good. Oh my goodness. I gotta say right away, guys, Sserafim is literally one of my top favorite 4th gen groups, without a doubt. Hands down. Everything is so blurry, but a faded Polaroid is sometimes better than the 4K camera. Wow, I feel like you could really view this and perceive this in a couple different ways here. Everything is so blurry, but a faded Polaroid is sometimes better than a 4K camera. I feel like sometimes not, you know, having a constantly good life and having a perfect moment in your life continuously and everything's clear as mud is not always good compared to figuring out those times that may seem, you know, unclear. Yeah, I feel like you could also view it in a way of them themselves, you know? And I think that goes hand in hand with self-discovery at the same time. Beautify my blurry heart. Oh, a little bit of tambourine and some sort of percussion work there, that rattling. Yeah, I love the guitar work with the bass and all. The good parts. Yeah, the strumming. Wow, the background vocal work. I love the addition of the layering there too. I feel like this is in its moment in itself too. This quite confusing moments in your life and confusing events that are challenging, on the fence kind of moments, whether you're trying to transition in your life one way or other. I'm a little hazy. I'm embarrassed by my reels, but face to face, courage is already enough. Any amount of courage is enough, you know, to push past this. Yeah, this is so encouraging, guys. Contrary to the glamorous expectations, even if somehow love my bad parts. Yeah. Bad parts. Good. Good, good. Good parts. Good parts. Find the good parts. Ooh, yes, good parts. I really love this song. I would say my second favorite. So breaking it down from start to finish, like I said earlier, just how the layout of the tracks are perfectly well considered and all. Actually, let me bring up the track listing on my Spotify here and immediately download the entire album here for Antifragile. Okay, yeah, so starting off with the Hydra, I think it really sets the tone to this song. And the combination of Korean, Japanese, and English is really cool, yet beautiful at the same time, yet very empowering. Notice the words that I'm trying to describe these songs and this overall era by Sserafim. Empowering, encouraging, right? Vulnerable at the same time. Vulnerability that I was getting in Impurities, you know what I'm saying? And I would say also encouraging, empowering, right? And consoling. Sserafim, wow. It's it's not often where you get any group, boy group or girl group, that comes through with a cohesive album that's meaningful from top to bottom. And they literally did this. So clearly it's a 10 out of 10 for me, from what I was hearing from an objective standpoint, and as a bias standpoint. I think, on my phone here, I got Yunjin right now, my bias, as some of you may already know. And I love staying on track here, though. The Hydra going into Antifragile, I really think it sets up Antifragile really well. And I love how they put Impurities right after Antifragile, after providing a lot of this courageous feel, and that a bit of don't care mentality, where we heard more of it heavily in No Celestial. I love how we go into Impurities, where laying it on the table, like, this is my Impurities, but hey, I don't mind. I don't care, I don't care. And I'm not perfect at the same time, which leads into I'm no freaking angel, I'm no freaking goddess, and no celestial, which really gave me really throwback 2000 vibes. Dare I say, I might not get it right here exactly, like a bit of like alternative rock, right? Back in the day. A lot of nostalgia hit for me in that particular song, and I think nostalgia is a powerful tool and needs to be utilized carefully, because sometimes nostalgia can bring up bad times, but also really, really good times. I remember it's like that, quote unquote, back in my day. This kind of style, I can't believe it's coming out, and it came out with this. So yeah, from the bass line, the amplifying guitar, the synth work, everything is hit perfectly in No Celestial, and just how it breaks down from the chorus to the post-chorus. Like, come on. It's been a while since I've said in conjunction where a chorus and a post-chorus is that good and works upon each other that good. And like I said, there's no bridge in No Celestial. And then we go into good parts. Like I said, right? I can totally sense Salem Elise's influence on this one. Sakura and Yunjin on good parts here. I really appreciate that they contributed it on good parts here, and I'm sure that was a lot in consideration in terms of the style of the song that they wanted, but also mostly, assumingly, the lyrics playing out in this with Salem Elise. And good parts, right? Hey, you got to appreciate and love not only your good parts, but also your weaknesses. But, like, not focus on your weaknesses, and what you may be lacking, right? There's always something to look forward to in life. And, it's very, very encouraging. It's a beautiful reminder. And I feel like this is very important to every single one of us throughout life, no matter what we go through, the good times and the bad times and all. So it takes both kind of perspectives, right? From Antifragile, the naysayers, them quote unquote haters, and all those people, or people that judge you and all that stuff. But then the good parts and all, it's like, hey, you may see me this way, sure, but there's a lot of appreciation of the matter of appreciation in this song, right? And wow, it's a special song. Like, I would love to see this being performed live in person. Like, that has to be on my checklist. Watch Sserafim live in person, but also see them perform good parts as well. This makes me even want to see that Salem Elise performance with Yunjin and Chaewon, of course. But yes, like I said, who was working a part on Impurities, I could sense their influences. Obi specifically on that one. Sir Nolan on, I would say, good parts as well. How meaningful that song is, and how the production was done with Salem Elise. But going back from Impurities, right, the R&B route, really chill, smooth with it. Love how we hear Kajua's pure side comparably to Antifragile. And then No Celestial, wow. What a throwback, the 2000s days, that sort of alternative rock sound and style with it. Really good usage of the vibrato and the guitar work, if I recall correctly. I feel like I'm back in my school education type days, junior middle school days or something like that. Can't recall correctly. And then yes, good parts, beautiful song to wrap up the album. So all in all, 10 out of 10 everyone. I feel like this was really well considered. The top lining, the mixing, right, is all there. The mastering of these tracks are all there, and it just makes so much sense to have all these people like, sure, you could have all these people in consideration for a track, but what's being considered from the A&R side and everyone behind the scenes, like, oh, we should have this person style and influence on this track, right? Score and Megatone. And Score and Megatone, I gotta give them a lot for this, taking part on majority of these songs, because they know how to do it with those choruses and all that I'm saying, right? Reggaeton. R&B, yeah, I was saying, alternative rock / punk, you know, I would even add to that. And then just dropping off an easy to listen to yet meaningful song, right? Get sweet with it. Good parts. Can't emphasize that enough. I feel like a broken record at this point, but it goes to show you how much I love this song, everyone. This is literally in my top 2022 or 22 not B-sides. I would say No Celestial is, and the others as well. But the entire album here, this mini album, the second mini album, Antifragile, has to be one of my top 22 albums of this year of 2022. So keep a lookout when I do that final wrap up 2022 B-sides, title tracks, albums next year, because this is gonna be on there, literally, hands down, without a doubt. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Be sure to like, share, and maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much. And also, of course, I love connecting with you guys about K-pop in general, and more specifically about Sserafim in this case, in the comment section down below. I love how each and every member gets to shine throughout each of these tracks. I feel like No Celestial had a good balance. Impurities, really smooth with it. Good parts, really delicate, super meaningful. And I said that time and time again, lyrics and having a meaningful song, but also coming through with the right amount of emotions adds different kind of levels and makes a song super special, memorable, add a lot of longevity. But hey, I don't want to make this too long, everyone. Take care, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are. Stay tuned for more Sserafim content. This has been Garrison, as always, though, and peace.